I just wanna play, I wanna sing my song, I just wanna run and not be gone too long. 'Cause this time is precious still, I wanna keep it close to me. I'm wishing on a star to make more time to see. You can always dream, you can put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming. You can always dream, no one's taken that from you, only you can see it through, just like the way you do. So feed it from your soul and weigh it from both sides. The fulcrum and the tides will give direction that you'll know. You can always dream, you can put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming. When you make the time, it's a game of give and take. When the balance is at stake, you need to take a look inside, look deep into your heart, and remember how it feels. It's where the answer lies and tells you what is real. You can always dream, you can put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming.
Good morning and welcome. This is Celebration Center, and we welcome you, each and every one, to this service. And this service is going to be about light today. I am Reverend Faith Woods, and I'll be your host and speaker today. So I would like to welcome not only you physically here, but those people who are online. We welcome you and ask you if you're willing to put your name and where you are in the chat. And if you care to, then you can fill out a guest card on our website and we can keep in touch with you. So if you haven't yet, take care of your phones. I think you all know what that means. You can leave it on for chatting if you want, but we'd like you to be fully present here today. And if you are a guest, there are guest cards on the table, and we can stay in touch with you that way if you'd like to be informed of things that are happening in our realm here in the world. So we do have a lovely service planned, and I'd like to thank the people who take care of this service and make it happen, because I am just like that much of the service, right? Everyone else has put this together in a way. And the tech today is Ivar, and we always just love to give him some love. So let's... And we have our platform practitioner, Rich Kurasiewicz. Thank you, Rich. And Lynn Hollyfield in all angles. Woohoo! Yes, thank you. I always enjoy them. And upcoming activities. Today after service, there is no board meeting. If you missed that announcement and you came for our board meeting, you're going to be disappointed. But next week we'll have a special releasing ceremony also. So please come and enjoy that and be ready to release and renew for this brand new baby year that's coming up. And now it is time for our opening song. Okay, we're going to, is this on?
Can you hear me okay? Okay. We're going to be singing "Oh Come Sing Together," which is the melody of "Oh Come All Ye Faithful," but written in the New Thought tradition. And the lyrics, I believe, are going to be up on the screen, so please join us.
Oh, come sing together, welcome one another, for here we can share the gifts of music and love. Spirit within us, we can light the darkness. Oh, come and sing together. Oh, come and sing together. Oh, come and sing together of peace and love. Here in the knowing, all beings are united, believing in the truth that we are one. Spirit within us, everything is holy. Oh, come and sing together. Oh, come and sing together. Oh, come and sing together of peace and love. No, all are welcome. Let's all sing together. Neighbors and strangers singing of love. Spirit within us, we can light the darkness. Oh, come and sing together. Oh, come and sing together. Oh, come and sing together of peace and love.
Lovely. Thank you, Lynn, and all angles for that holiday-themed music. My name is Rich Kurasiewicz, and I'm a retired licensed here at this center. Please say our vision together with me. We are celebrating spirit within and knowing the oneness of humanity. Today's reading is from 365 Science of Mind, December 21st by Ernest Holmes. The words of truth are life unto every form they animate. I know that I understand how to speak the word of truth. I know that the invisible power of the Spirit is with me. I know that my world is peopled with forms of light, with the divine radiance. I know that I'm a perfect being, living under perfect conditions, with other perfect beings in a perfect God. I invite you to enter this sacred time in our service with a three-part breath. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Feel how you are supported by your chair and the ground beneath your feet as you deepen your breath and bring your awareness to the present moment. Allow everything else, the worries, concerns, to-do lists, and busyness to fall away as you simply relax in the now. Focus on your heart center, the secret place of the Most High within. And so we pray. God is all there is. God is the power, the presence, the one life, one mind, one spirit, the one substance. God is, and I am that I am. I am one with God. I am a unique and individualized incarnation of the divine. I am one with the one power, presence, life, mind, spirit, and substance. I am perfect, whole, and complete. And just as I am perfect, whole, and complete, each and every one is perfect, whole, complete, eternal, and immortal. I declare that each and every one takes the time to raise their consciousness to the secret place of the Most High within. I know that we commit to seeing the divine presence in everything and everyone. I declare that we awaken to the truth that sets us free. I declare that as we live, move, and have our being in God, God lives, moves, and has its being in us, through us, and as us. I know that each and every one practices forgiveness as truth is made manifest in our lives, and we turn to the Christ within us. I declare that each and every one takes the time during the special season to realize this truth and the coming year to manifest more peace, joy, love, abundance, health, harmony, and happiness. I'm so very grateful for this special season and this time for all of us to connect with Spirit, within and to raise our Christ consciousness. I am grateful for all the blessings already in our lives. I am grateful for the ever-present Spirit and truth and gifts that are already made and are available to us, awaiting our recognition. And I release my word unto the law where it is already known in the mind of God and is assured of completion. I do give thanks that this is so, and so it is.
Okay, we're going to share a beautiful song, Dona Nobis Pacem. Dona nobis pacem, pacem. Dona nobis 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 pacem, pacem. Dona nobis pacem. Dona nobis pacem. Dona nobis pacem. Domeona nobis pacem. Dona nobis pacem. Dona nobis pacem, pacem. Dona nobis 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 pacem.
A small but mighty group. Didn't you just love that harmony that they got? And the rounds and everything. I mean, that was, it touched my heart, just the sound. So thank you. Thank you, thank you. And I have successfully mixed up a lot of my papers, so just give me one moment to kind of find page 1, and we'll hope they're in the right order now. So, welcome. This is a really special season. Christmas, solstice, the darkness, the light that we look forward to. And it just brings up so much for me, so many memories. Now, hopefully you have memories in your life that have been good at this time that you can remember, so that carry you through as you breathe and move through this season, because there's so much happening that sometimes we just need to take a breath and settle back and relax and come someplace like this to settle in. You know, Sundays are a day where we typically gather in a spiritual way. Many, many different traditions gather on Sundays, some on Friday, some on Saturday. But we take a day and come together. And my question to you is, what are you doing all of the other 6 days? And after this, will you go out into the world and remember who you really are? And take that light out into the world with you? Or have you like, I'm done with that. I did my job. I went to church, you know, so I don't have to do anything else. So it's really an interesting experience to grow spiritually. And I can vouch for most of the people here that I know that you have grown spiritually and that you are curious about what is coming next, maybe. Because in my life, I find that what I knew yesterday is yesterday. What I know today is the most important. Here, now, today. Here, now. It's hard to stay, for me. I'm going to speak for me. Sometimes it's hard for me to stay in the here and now and recognize who I am, especially if someone's talking in this ear and someone else is talking in this ear, and I'm trying to think my own thoughts. It gets really tangled sometimes, and I forget. So one of the questions today is, who do you think you are? Those words can be kind of jarring or settle into who am I, really? It can be a philosophical question, or it can be like, why did you do that? Who do you think you are? You know, so how do those words strike you? But today I'm asking you to explore a little bit about who you really are. Who are you really? Rich talked in his prayer talked about the oneness, the truth, the light, that we are all. So, you know, ever since recorded history, in my studies and in my travels and stuff, wherever you go, you can see things from recorded history that talk about hieroglyphics and ruins of sacred sites, pictures on the walls, indicating that the earliest people had a spiritual awareness of something bigger than them. An awareness of something that they depended on that was bigger than they were. Now in the beginning it was about the sun and the moon and the stars and how the earth turned, the ground itself, how the plants were. But they worshipped the God of their understanding, that they could talk about something that was bigger than they were. And so the question is, who are we now? Who are we now? Who do we worship now? So Hafiz was a Sufi poet who put it this way in his poem, Your Mother and My Mother. Now, he wrote this a long time ago, but it does speak to the height of his awareness at the time. And it goes like this. And so I'm going to invite you to settle in, and if you want to close your eyes just so you hear these words without distraction, you may do so. But he starts, fear is the cheapest room in the house. I would like to see you living in better conditions. For your mother and my mother were friends. I know the innkeeper, capital I, innkeeper in this part of the universe. Get some rest tonight and come to my verse tomorrow. We will go speak to the friend, capital F, our friend, together. I should not make any promises right now, but I know if you pray, somewhere in this world, something good will happen. God wants to see more love and playfulness in your eyes, for that is your greatest witness to Him. Your soul and my soul once sat together in the beloved's womb, playing footsie. I love that part. Your heart and my heart are very, very old friends. Your heart and my heart are very, very old friends. We came from that same place in the beloved's womb. We come from the light with light in us. There is no darkness in us. We just choose to see something different sometimes. Eugene Holden in the December Science of Mind magazine said, you are created to be the light here on earth. You were created to be light here on earth. How do you do that? How do you do that? By knowing you are the joy of God everywhere you go. If you know that you are the joy of God, you shine your light and smile. So shine on, my friends. And that's why I want to see your light, because I want to see your smile, and I want to see all of you, because you are part of me. If we believe what Hafiz said, we are all in this together. We can't really be separate. So even beyond our foibles, we still remain as light. Now, I believe this is true. And I'm going to admit right here and right now that sometimes I forget. And it's challenging for me. Does anyone else have that experience? Do you ever forget? Like, yep, driving down 95 maybe? Or, talking to someone you haven't heard from for a while and they push a little button on something that happened years ago? Being in the here and now and recognizing this in our daily activities is the practice that we do. So how can we look at things so differently when with our physical eyes, and in our physical world, everything looks different? How can it be the same? It's a conundrum. When we use this brain, it's a conundrum. When we use the heart brain, we look at it differently. When we use our heart and look at other people and we smile at them and they smile back, there's an instant connection. We may never see them again, but there is that instant where we have made a difference in someone's life because we smiled and they smiled. Little things make a big difference. So we all come from the same space energy that we call one, we call the Creator, we call God, we call Spirit. However you want it to be, whatever name you choose, is okay, because it's one. It is one. And we're all part of that divine energy. So in this time of year, as we start talking about the light and thinking that, yes, the days are going to get longer. How many are ready for the days to get longer? Yep. Most of us are. And it's just amazing how short they get. But now we're on the upside, and it's going to be starting to get lighter. And I know that Ed is particularly glad about that. He is always ready for that light. So we find ourselves reflecting sometimes on what have we done this year? Because we're always invited to make some resolution coming up about how we want to be. I've kind of given up on resolutions, I'll tell you. I just want to be. I just don't want to have to say this and then feel bad I didn't do it. So as the days are getting lighter and we're moving from this darker place, we're urged to be contemplative during our days, more than we used to in the summer. And when it's light all day and we're up and out, and we're invited to do some inner work. What does the inner work look like?
Awareness.
A what?
Awareness.
Awareness. Yes, being aware. Come on, what's that M word? Meditative. Maybe. Oh no, don't make me do that. I don't have time to meditate. I can't sit down that long. We want to pray. We want to listen. We want to be and become more in tune with the truth of our being. So I know it's hard. It's so hard. But the more we say it's hard, the harder it gets. So I'm going to invite you to go, I forgot today, maybe tomorrow. Instead of, it's so hard. No. If we do it, we want to do it more. Remember Michael Beckwith said, if I think I don't have time to meditate, I should meditate twice as long as I usually do. Because that's how we get things done and things line up when we are in the flow of life itself and in that light. So we can meditate, we can pray, we can listen, and meditating, I want to go back to that because I think it's gotten a bad rap for some of us. Do you know how many ways there are to meditate? It's kind of like, was it Elizabeth Barrett Browning's poem, How Many Ways Do I Love You? how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. You can meditate doing almost any activity that you do in the day if you are here now. So just being here now and recognizing it can allow us to go, oh yeah, oh yeah. We can do it by blessing our food before we eat it. We can do it by saying a goodnight prayer. We can do it by looking at a loved one first thing in the morning, go, I love you, I'm glad you're here. We can do it by seeing the light in anyone that we meet. So do you have any idea how powerful you really are? If you have the power to look at someone walking down the street and smile and they smile back, isn't that pretty powerful? Isn't that a natural thing? When we give of ourselves, it returns to us. So giving of ourselves is what we're invited to do. So it's not good to shrink back. It's not really good to puff up either. As Brene Brown says, stand your sacred ground. Be in the now. Be here. Be now. How many of us can look back and have a list of mistakes we've made through the years? Do we have a list of mistakes we've made through the years and we can look back on that? But how many of us also could look back and say, this is what I did right? And our little brain always goes to the mistakes because it wants us to be safe, not do that again. But the heart brain says, look at all of the things that you have done right. You've done it in the world, you've done it in your family, you've done it in the center here, you've done it at home, you've done it walking down the street, you've done things right. Dr. Joe Dispenza says that our habits set our body in motion in the day. And we do have habits during the day. We have to be here, we have a schedule, we have to do this. Efficiency experts, back in the day, I remember efficiency experts in all the places and saying, if you do it this way, you'll get more done. And then you'll have time to do other productive tasks. They don't say, now you'll have time to meditate or pray. They'll say, now you have time to do more. So mindfulness practices talk about enjoying the moments of our lives, getting out of some of the habits that we have. And I will say, I walked into my room the other day, my quote office room, and I went in for a particular purpose. But I didn't do that. I went and sat right down there where I always sit when I come into this room. And I'm like, what am I doing? This is how habitual we are sometimes in our routines. And there's nothing wrong with knowing what you want to do that brings you joy and doing it every day. But there is something wrong with sitting down and getting out your phone and playing computer games. I don't know who would do that. There's a way that we can train ourselves of what are we doing from here and what are we doing from here. And they are two different brains. Science has proven that all of our organs have brains, but we claim our heart organ as one that is particularly good in receiving and giving. So I don't want to hear it's hard to meditate. I don't want to hear that I don't have time. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to say it either. Because for me, they're not valid excuses. They're excuses that our habits have taken over our time rather than us, our hearts taking over our time. So in 2006, a high school English teacher invited her class to write notes to someone who was famous. And there was only one person who responded to the class, and that was Kurt Vonnegut. And he wrote, "Dear Xavier High School and Mrs. Lockwood and more, I thank you kindly for these letters. You sure know how to cheer up a really old geezer, 84, in his sunset years. But what I had to say to you, moreover, would not take too long, to wit. He says, practice, his advice, practice any art, music, singing, dancing, drawing, poetry, sculpting, painting, fiction, writing fiction, essays, reportage, no matter how well or how badly. Not to get money or fame, but to experience becoming, to find out what's inside of you, to make your soul grow, to make your soul grow. I meant to bring one of my creations from clay so you could see how badly I do. But it takes practice. He's saying practice these things so that your soul will grow. Practice the arts. Practice having some enjoyment, learning. And he says, seriously, I mean, start doing it right now and do it for the rest of your lives. Then he also talks about writing a six-line poem, and immediately after you've written it and read it to yourself, you tear it up, put it in separate wastebaskets, scatter it to the winds, not to be read again, because it's time to be on to something new again. We always have a creative urge inside of us if we will listen to it. If we will listen to it. He says, sing in the shower, make a face on your mashed potatoes, and pretend you're Count Dracula. How much fun can we have there, and how much does that lighten us? So I also want to acknowledge, as we are getting lighter, that the word light is used, this is one take, 267 times in the Bible itself. It is used. Now, some places said it was over 300. And I haven't read all the versions of the Bible, and I never counted that word, so I'm just telling you what I found when I looked that up. Because light is important. It's important for so many reasons in our lives, and it's used in different ways. But if someone says, thank you, they're lighting, you have lit up their life somehow. Thank you. Thank you. And you can light up someone's life by saying, thank you. Thank you. So there's more to life than the daily grind and the habits that we are in that structure our days. The undergirding of our very being beckons and calls us to remember this energy of life, the light and the love that we are, and that it flows all times. And we can feel it ripple throughout our being if we stay in the here and now. So I'm going to invite you to also start a new practice. This isn't exactly a New Year's resolution or anything, but start a new practice, because you can start anytime. And recently, I have started a new practice that goes, my eyes open in the morning. I may or may not have to get up and go to that little room first, but then if I do, I get back in bed just for a moment and I look around at my room, and I have a wall with things to inspire me where my eyes go when I wake up. And I ask the question, who do I want to be today? Who do I want to be today? And it makes my day better because before getting out of bed, I usually have a smile on my face. Just a little smile. You know, I'm not wondering what's going to happen. I'm in that here and now, and I know who I want to be. I've made a conscious decision of who I want to be in the world today. So allowing our light to shine may change everything. It may change everything in your life. And I think it would change it for the better. And I'm going to stick to that and say yes to that. And so things in the world that can bring us down quickly can also go away just as quickly if we're willing to have that happen. We're going to do a little ritual right now. I'm going to invite you to come up to the table and pick up a candle. And I'm going to give you one of these. Okay? So, and then we can either, you can continue standing if you wish, or you can return to your seat, but we're just going to do a little thought thing. So, maybe it would be easier for us to pass some out. How's that? Do you want to stand up and come up and get your own, or do you want to? Okay, some people are saying yes. And for those of you at home? Oh, and I want you to take one of these.
Tibetan prayer shawls. I get to wear this around, and is it blessed by the monk?
Maybe.
Yeah. I'll need two. Two?
Oh, then you need
Yes,
two
I
of
got
these.
a mixture,
There you go. Thank you. Whoops.
There she went. We know there's a spare.
Okay. You got one? Thank you. Okay. So would someone turn the light out for us, please? So we have a candle, and sometimes we hide our candle. You heard that little song when you were a child? This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Don't put it under a bushel, no. Let it shine. So somewhere, sometimes in my life, I hide my candle. I hide my light. I hide it because I pretend I'm shy or not worthy or whatever it is. I hide it. So what I want you to do is just put your hand over your light and just remind yourself of when you might have let your light shine and didn't. No blame, no shame. Just something the way we grew up. When do I block my light? Maybe it's even now when I go to work, I don't want to do this or that, or on the bus or subway or in my car. Maybe it's doing yard work and getting upset because you have to do it. Who knows? Where do you hide your light? And now, make an affirmation, create a sentence or something that says, this is how I'm going to let my light shine. This is how I want to shine my light in the world when I haven't been doing that before. And when you've made that affirmation about you're willing, I'm willing to shine my light, turn your light on. And I'm going to ask each of you to share at some point, not right now, not right this moment, but to make an affirmation about it and share your affirmation with someone or listen to theirs and share this by tying it around your wrist or their wrist, however that works. We have plenty of these. But this is just a little symbol, and And it says, I'm shining my light. I'm shining my light into the world. I should have, oh, maybe we should just go, I'm shining my light in the world. So my question to you is, how are you shining your light? How do you hide your light? Or how do you let your light shine? And are you willing to share that with us out loud, in person? Come on up and share. It may be helpful to someone else to hear how you shine your light.
So I had this dream the night before last. And in this dream, I was at a dear friend's house. It wasn't really her house in real life, but somehow it was her house. And it was morning, and I thought about breakfast, and there were these plants growing outside the window. And I opened up the window, and the plants kind of came in, and I was snipping them, because I knew that they were good for me. And somehow I kept kind of trying to cut the leaves, and somehow I wasn't really getting much to eat. So I kept doing that, and then Harrison came into the room and asked me about what I was doing, and I said, well, I'm trying to get these plants and eat them. And he said, well, right here we've got something. And there was this dry cereal with milk, which I never have, and I think, I don't want to eat that. But I started to eat that instead because I was hungry, and I realized that cereal was life cereal. And then I saw that, as I looked out the window, I saw that the house was like this church that I was in. And it was like an old church that had been repurposed to be a house. And so I was eating the cereal, and I was in the house that was a church, and I just realized that I could just burst into light and shine my light throughout the world. And then I woke up, and here I am, shining my light. No doing, no thinking, no worrying, no reacting, just being. And it's right there, all the time, no matter what else is happening.
Whoa, thank you, Stephanie.
I know who can follow that.
My affirmation was to be of service to others, and I've been thinking about this for a while. So I decided I wanted to volunteer at Falls Church Homeless Shelter. And I took the training in December. They have to take first. They tell you what you need to do and know and all the rules to follow and stuff. So I went and did it Friday night. It was from 5 to midnight, and that was like the greatest commitment. It was just to be there for that long. It's like, I looked at all these other ways you can volunteer. I mean, one thing was to go pick up laundry and drop it off there after it had been washed, but I drive this little tiny Fiat. I didn't think the laundry would fit in my car, but I thought, no, I could volunteer there. And so what I did was I served them food. They bring food. They have people bring food. I served them food, I washed dishes, cleaned up the kitchen, and then I just kind of hung out. And they would come back for things. They wanted snacks, they wanted ice cream, they wanted seconds for dinner, but then I just hung out for a while and nothing to do. I just could have brought a book, but I didn't think about it, and just kind of surfing the web on my phone and stuff. But got home at midnight, felt pretty good. So that's it.
Thank you, Brent. Thank Don't be shy.
Here I am, here I am. I'm someone who, I speak to anybody, anytime. And I always try, when I'm out, whether I'm at the grocery store or I'm walking down the street, I always smile. Because I think a smile, it just conveys so much. And even if they're strangers, I invariably get a smile back. So smiling I will continue to do. And another thing that it happened the other day. I was down at Lidl's, and there was a couple standing there. They have a bread machine where you can slice the bread. And this couple was standing there, and they were just dumbfounded. I spoke to them. I said, "Can I be of help?" And they looked at me, "Oh, can you? Can you?" I said, "Sure." So I showed them how it works. You put your loaf in here, you close the top, and you push whether you want big slices, medium, or small. And then when it's finished, you have to pick it up and put it on that ledge, and then get a paper bag. They have these bread bags, and you slide that in, and you put your bread in the bag. So that was just one instance. I'm a volunteer at my apartment complex through the management company, APA, and it's called Resident Services. And one of the things is that you just take on, residents will come to you with different challenges. And we were told when we had this training, you tell them, well, go to the management. Been there, didn't help. Well, call this number. I've tried that, they don't call back. So it's one of those things. So originally I was told, we don't do tenant issues, but I said, well, I'm going to make it my issue. So whatever happens, when I have tenants come to me, I try to work it out with them, whatever their challenge is, so they don't have to go to management and get disappointed and frustrated. And it has helped. You know, I've helped quite a few people in that way. And by doing that for them, it also comes back to me. Whatever it is that you give out, I always feel it comes back to me 100-fold. And I'm just going to keep on being me, talking to anybody, helping where I can, and that's just me. And I love you.
All right. Anyone else?
Ingy, I can't thank you enough for explaining how to use that bread machine. I've always wondered.
You go to Lidl's.
I was in an awkward situation last night. It's kind of hard to explain, but it was my turn to summarize the posts for the last 2 weeks of my online community. And one of the posts was a nasty one about someone I admire. And I was just, how am I going to do this? I don't want to spread this. I don't want to fight the guy. I did want to fight the guy. I wanted to say, are you out of your mind? How could you possibly, and I'm going to skip it. I'm not going to. And this morning I woke up, I spent some quiet time, and it came to me. I started by apologizing for anything I had done or said that had created this impression for this person, and that I knew that we would be able to work together for a better understanding of blah, blah, blah. And it was like, oh, so there's always a way for the light.
I have an old business card with me. I'm not looking for business, but on the back of it, I have a message when I would give it to people, and it says, how would the person you want to be spend this very day in peace, love, and joy? And I felt years ago when I had a class at the Association for Research and Enlightenment in Virginia Beach, that I had a ministry of peace, love, and joy. And I've grown up with people from a lot of different cultures. I'm like Ingy. I love to get people in conversations and see what's going on and how they're doing. And more recently, I haven't been able to dance like I used to because of sciatica, but I do now own an inflatable minion costume. And so I surprise people once in a while when I wear that. But at the senior center is just one example I have. I love to have people laugh and be happy. So we had Pacific Islanders Day a few months ago at the senior center, and ahead of time I said to the MC, I'm going to have that costume on, but don't tell people who I am. So I stepped inside the costume, somebody inflated around me, and then I had to have a double wide grass skirt because that thing is so big. So the MC introduced me as this mysterious performer or something like that. And I came out and I did a hula with my minion costume on. So I feel like I'm being of service even that way when people are laughing or smiling or want to take pictures with me as the minion. So I guess that's about all I need to say for now. I might show up as the minion around here someday.
I was going to say, we haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen that.
Next month for all angles.
Last month for all angles. Okay, we're in for a treat. Anyone else would like to share? Okay, what I want you to do with this is to claim your light. Claim your light. And either tie it around your wrist as a reminder, or have someone help you even. Someone would help you gladly. Or I saw some people with it around their neck. So whatever is yours to do, just know that this is a reminder, a simple reminder of your light. Your light. Ernest Holmes, pardon? You can keep your light on, or you can turn it off at this point. But I wanted to give you a little taste of Ernest Holmes and Christmas time at this time too. He says that God, the Divine Father, never had but one son. This son is being born at every season, in every place, through all races and all nations. Every birth is a divine event. Every conception is immaculate. Every child who is born into the world represents the Son of the Eternal Father. So he honestly believed that we all carry that light of God within us. And he said also to carry the peace, love, and givingness to everyone is the meaning of Christmas. To carry peace, love, and givingness to everyone is the meaning of Christmas. So if we carry peace, love, and givingness, then we are doing and being part of that one. Part of that one. So let's just join for a minute in a moment of prayer. A minute, a moment. As we take that holy breath, knowing who we are in this time, in this space world, remembering to be in the here and now, knowing that there is one mind, one presence, one power, one divine entity, one God of your understanding. And whatever that looks like, it is divine in nature, it is pure, it is real. It is in, as, and through me. It is in, as, and through you and your neighbors and those you work with and those you teach with or learn from. It is in everyone and everything that has been created. It is ever expanding. The love that we have now is ever expanding out into the world. The love you are now is ever expanding out into the world. So sing your song and dance your dance and enjoy the love that is here now for you. I give thanks that there is a way that we know that Spirit speaks to us because we get things back from Spirit to us in ways that are remarkable. Through dreams, through things that people say to us, through our readings, through our knowings and understandings. It is all good and all God. And I speak this word of peace in the world on this day, this holy day, which every day is a holy day. We speak of peace and joy and the light that we are. And so it is. Amen. And a little woman.
You need more light. Okay, we're going to share Silent Night. The words have been rewritten by Reverend Faith in the New Thought tradition. And the words, I think, will be up on the screen, so please join us. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. We are light upon the earth, knowing love and giving it birth. This is sacred time. This is sacred time. Silent night, beautiful night. This is ours to share tonight. We are blessed to see the truth, the love of God we're living through. This is sacred time. This is sacred time.
Silent night, holy night, here we feel love's pure light, radiant beams help guide our way. This holy night and all of our days, this is sacred time. This is sacred time. Silent night, beautiful night. The truths we know are pure delight, knowing the meaning to give of our love to all beings, be a peace dove. This is sacred time. This is sacred time. This is a special time because of Christmas and that Christ's light that shines out, and we know that now shines through each of us. It's not hidden in just any one person anywhere at all. It's in us. So take a breath. Thank you for that beautiful music. And I really liked the music box part. I thought that was special and sweet. So this is a time in our service, we're changing gears, where we're saying thank you for all of the gifts that you have given this year, and thank you for supporting us as we go about this mission of bringing light out into the world. And it is time for offering of gifts and treasures. So we have a table over here that has a basket on it if you wish to put your to give your gift there. There is a QR code on the screen on the screen that says you can use to give gifts, and at our website celebrationcenter.org we gladly take your gifts and your offerings. The next thing we have is we're going to have an offertory affirmation. This is what we give thanks for. And please say with me, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I bless all I am too. Sorry. I skipped a line. We do bless ourselves, yes. And we are going to have our offerings blessed by our practitioner, Rich.
We now bless all the gifts that are donated now or coming to the center, as we know that they are given generously from the Spirit and love within, as we practice the law of circulation. Money is energy. We express gratitude for this flow of energy, of good that is motivated by love and spirit within. These gifts come to the center and go back out to the community to benefit the community, and then come back to us multiplied as good is multiplied. I do give thanks that this is so, and so it is. Also, I'd like to remind folks that you can submit prayer requests in the baskets off to the side. You can make a prayer request online. And also, if you need prayer or assistance, you can ask any practitioner at any time for assistance in prayer. The prayer cards will go to the and be prayed upon for an entire week. Thank you.
Thank you, Rich. And we do have practitioners who are here today. If you would like a prayer afterwards, we have rooms that you can go to and have a requested prayer. Also, first and second time visitors, we always like to give the opportunity for them to introduce themselves if they are willing. And do I have anyone who's willing to introduce? Not that I'm pointing fingers or anything, but we're a small group.
I'm Glenn Evans, and good to be here, and glad that Steve invited me.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. And thank you, Steve, for bringing him here to us. And it's good to see you, too. So we have a closing song, and then we'll have our closing affirmations.
If you're able, we hope you'll stand, or if sing with us. We're going to be doing "Celebrate" by Ricky Byers. So here we go. There is a love inside of us all. And I don't know if you know there's a light that is so bright. I just thought I'd tell you there is a light inside of us all. And I don't know if you know there's a light inside that is so bright. I just time to celebrate, 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 celebrate. Celebrate, come on, celebrate, 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 celebrate. There is a love inside of us all, and I don't know if you know there's a love that is so strong. I just thought I'd tell you there is a love inside of us all. And I don't know if you know there's a love that is so strong. And it's time to celebrate, 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 celebrate. Celebrate, come on, celebrate, 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 celebrate. There is a joy inside of us all, and I don't know if you know there's a joy inside of us all. I just thought I'd tell you there is a joy inside of us all. And I don't know if you know there's a joy inside of us all. And it's time to celebrate, 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 Celebrate. Come on, celebrate. 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 One more time. Celebrate.
So let's just lift our arms up and pull that energy in, that light energy. And please say out loud, I am the light of the infinite. I am the light of the infinite. I shine my light everywhere I go.
I shine my light everywhere I go.
I am the light of God.
I am the light of God.
Thank you. And so it is. Thank you, God. All right. Enjoy. Stay for coffee and conversation. If you did not get your thing on, I'm happy to tie it on your wrist or around your neck. No.